Good morning. You have found your way to the Louisville Center for Spiritual Living teaching chapter, and I am Pat Ferguson, your practitioner spiritual director for 2022. Believe it or not, this is the 11th week of a not so new anymore year, but it's a young year. And the CSL home office theme for this month is play. And our guest speaker, Kim Bibeau, is going to tell us how to use laughter as a healing tool. And couldn't we all use a little more lightness and healing in our life? As is my custom in the morning, I light that God candle behind me, whether this is your first faith experience or whether you came here from another denomination where you were raised or moved to as an adult, it doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome here. And the important thing for you to remember right now is that you are welcome here. So we'll see if we can get those going. And there's our little welcome sign. All right, very good. Thank you, Vernon. And now, if you will, join me in saying our mission and vision statement. First, our mission statement. Say it with me if you would. To teach personal transformation as a virtual community, living the principles of science of mind and celebrating all paths to God. And our vision statement, a world that honors and respects all people. So now, join me in our welcoming opening song, I Am the Place Where God Shows Up by Eddie Watkins Jr.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come, living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, rules and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, rules and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. Have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself. Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own. I am the place where God
Yes, love Eddie Watkins Jr. All right. Our practitioner of the week is Vicki Jeter. She will do our spiritual reading and our meditation.
Good morning, beautiful people. It is so much my joy to have this opportunity to do our sacred reading and our meditation this morning, because actually, as you know, our monthly theme is play. And so this is going to be unusually playful. And so what I want to tell you is that today the reading and the meditation are going to just roll right from the other. So the reading I'm going to do in kind of a meditative pace. And the reason for that is that I want you to have an opportunity to really let each little snippet that I'm going to read sink in. And then after each one, I'm going to give a little pause like we would in a meditation, but just so you really have an opportunity to enjoy each one before I shift. And I also want to take a moment to say a Thanksgiving blessing. Actually, our reading this morning has been gifted by Miss Joan Durbin. This little book is Laughter is Really the Best Medicine, and it's Reader's Digest, 1,000 Best Humorous Moments. And so that's where the reading comes from. And thank you, Joan. She was truly an angel. And here we go. How do you make your computer your best friend? Buy it a nice bunch of software and get it loaded. I was furiously cranking out reports recently when my coworker got a phone call. I did my best to ignore what I heard when he said to the person on the other end of the line that he was talking to, "No, I'm not busy. I'm at work." Two middle-aged women are talking in a grocery aisle marked "No Nutritional Labels" aisle. One woman said to the other, "We call it the don't ask, don't tell aisle." When a car blew past a stop sign at a busy intersection, my uncle, a Mississippi State trooper, gave chase and pulled the driver over. "Didn't you see the stop sign back there?" my uncle asked. "Yeah, I saw it," admitted the driver. "The problem is I didn't see you." During Sunday school, the substitute teacher asked my 4-year-old what his name was. "Spider-Man," said my son. "No, I mean your real name," pressed the teacher. My son apologized. "Oh, I'm sorry. It's Peter Parker." The sign at the minister's parking spot of a church in Seneth, Missouri, cleverly kept parishioners moving. It said, "You park, you preach." However, the opportunity strikes you to find humor in your life, take a breath and open up that space. Whether anything about what we've just read might have struck you as a little crack in the cement, find your own way. Tap in to what you know you find comical and take a breath. And imagine that space opening now with this invitation from Spirit to come and have a little fun together. And as you step into the invitation, you know the kinds of things that you yourself particularly find comical. You know if there are times that you get the giggles. And I know each of us have memories of laughing together, laughing with the people that we love. And so just take a moment and imagine we know who we're here with right now. And if we open our eyes, we're going to see each other like Hollywood squares. Inside, we can take those images, the eyes, the beautiful smiles, and full out, come around in a circle. Come around in a circle with your humor in mind. Let's just imagine circling up, and if you're comfortable, imagine reaching out and holding the hand next to you, as some of us know we are wont to do in Centers for Spiritual Living at times. I don't know how many of you might have ever experienced, there is actually a form of yoga called laughter yoga. And in laughter yoga, the facilitator circles us up and simply invites someone, anyone, to start laughing. Now, that might seem like a truly absurd idea when we don't have anything particular that we're laughing for. But we do all know how to find our laughter. So just imagine, here we are in a circle, and any one of us can pull up a memory or one of the jokes that just been told and just start laughing. And if you can find your laughter in this moment, know that all of us are laughing with you. And who hasn't at times been in a room where someone started laughing and then you're laughing just because they're laughing? Huh. Touch in to some of your most precious memories, some of your times when you could think you were just going to bust a gut. In joy and laughter. And recognize that space, just like all the other spaces that we talk about, is always with us. Remembering our funniest moments and taking the opportunity to laugh again. Some of them stay with us forever, and every time we think back, it brings us a good laugh. And from that place, I invite you to come back. Namaste.
Thank you, Vicki. Our next music is our special music by Clay Walker, appropriately called Live, Laugh, Love.
I'm gonna live, laugh, and love just for today. Gonna take all the trouble that tomorrow might bring and put it away. Gonna drink every drop of happiness till they cover me up. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. I got a buddy that wakes up worrying about stocks and bonds. He's up and he's down and he only smiles when the market's strong. I spend my whole week's wages at the dance on Saturday night. I won't ever grow a portfolio, but hey, that's alright. I'm gonna live, laugh, and love just for today. I'm gonna take all the trouble that tomorrow might bring and put it away. Gonna drink every drop of happiness till they cover me up. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. country and the tin roof rattles when the rain comes down, where the wind through the pine helps me unwind while the world goes around. I got a woman that fills my heart so full that it overflows. And how it gets any better than this, brother, I don't know. I'm gonna live, laugh, and love just for today. Gonna take all the trouble that tomorrow might bring and put it away. Gonna drink every drop of happiness till they cover me up. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. Take all the trouble and put it away. Gonna drink every drop of happiness till they cover me up. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. Ooh, I'm gonna live, laugh, love just for today. Gonna take all the trouble that tomorrow might bring and put it away. I'm gonna drink every drop of happiness till they cover me up. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. I'm gonna live, gonna laugh, gonna love. Woo, Carpe diem. Buenos días, señor. Me gusta, me gusta.
Nothing like some good music to get us going. I want to take a brief moment to reintroduce you to our speaker today. She is our old friend, Kim Bibeau from Grants Pass, Oregon. And you might remember that Kim has a background in many types of Eastern religion, alternative health, and Toyohari acupuncture. Hope I said that right. And additionally, she is a senior ministerial student at the Holmes Institute, waiting to take her oral panels this fall. And she's currently serving as a remote practitioner for the Center for Spiritual Living in Valsalia, California. Close? Is it close? Yes. Okay. So join me in welcoming back Kim.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Louisville Center for Spiritual Living. It's wonderful to see you all. I have to start with a joke. I mean, you know, that's what it's all about today. Just because it's daylight savings time today, I really have to tell you two jokes. One is, so only the government would believe that you could cut a foot off the top of a blanket, sew it to the bottom, and have a longer blanket. And I waited and stayed up all night and tried to figure out where the sun was. Then it dawned on me. Yeah, some are better than others, you know. Don't quit my day job, right? Anyway, I'm going to talk and maybe try to have some more understanding about how laughter is our best medicine. For some of us, the last few years have been a time of fear and tension and stress. If not coming from ourselves, then maybe from our loved ones. And you probably heard statements like, when are we going to get back our old lives? When is it going to be like it was before? I'm thinking that it's not going to happen. Our lives move forward. They expand and they contract, but life still moves forward. Yes, we may have a new battle going on in our lives now, and though it is not happening in our particular country, it still is affecting each and every one of us, just as all that has happened, just that it always happens, actually, not just in the last 2 years, but has always happened. And one of the ways to reduce stress and many other benefits that come from laughter is just to burst out in laughter. Have you noticed yourself or others laughing more lately? I have. And though I know there are many very dire straits happening, laughter is what moves us forward, what allows the faith within and the beauty without to bring us to feel the awe in all that surrounds us. Catherine Rippinger Fenwick said, "Your body cannot heal without play. Your mind cannot heal without laughter, and your soul cannot heal without joy." And as laughter is the best medicine, it's more than just an old wives' tale. Laughing can really benefit your health. Just a few minutes of laughter a day can improve your health in more ways than you might realize. A giggle keeps the doctor away. Viktor Frankl said, he's an author and also a Holocaust survivor, "I would never have made it if I could not have laughed. It lifted me momentarily out of this horrible situation, just enough to make it livable." And here in this moment are just a few ways laughter and joy help our body and our minds. Have you ever wondered why laughing literally feels great? When you laugh, your body releases feel-good chemicals called endorphins. And those endorphins increase the body's natural pain-killing response. So if you have pain, laugh out loud. Start with a guffaw and a giggle until there is out and out laughter. Your mood will lift too. Your immune system loves laughter, and it is an incredible way to reduce stress. So start your day with laughter, and definitely end your day with some too. One of the reasons we come together in Science of Mind is to study metaphysics, which includes healing ourselves in body, mind, and spirit. We tend to take the study very seriously. We pay attention to what we are saying and thinking, and we take action to shift our beliefs. We spend so much time being serious about the healing of ourselves that we are missing the major element of the healing process. Bringing joy and humor lightens everything in, as, and through us. It shifts our essential vibration. And healing happens in a whole new way. Bringing laughter and fun and play reveals wholeness we may have not experienced in a long time, or maybe even before. Maybe you've never experienced the wholeness of laughter and play. It brings our faith to a whole new level. So we believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. And as we gauge the mind in healing through the activation of joy as laughter, play, and fun, we engage our wholeness, beauty, and power, which brings peace and healing into our lives. Let me tell you a story from the book That Was Ernest by Reginald Armour. I condensed it for this morning. The story was a little long. A young man had been invited to play baseball with friends, and one of those friends was the son of the fire chief. And he had told Reg that one of the other players had been healed of the warts on his hands, and Reg wanted to know how and who had done that healing. So he came along to play ball, and as Reg was waiting for his turn at bat, he came up to the plate, and the pitcher threw the ball so hard and low that Reg could feel the ball almost part his hair. And the umpire, Happy, came out to tell the pitcher to play by the rules. Happy asked Reg his name, and Reg told his name was Reginald Armour. And Happy told him he seemed fine and to get up and bat again. They played ball, and after the game was over, his friend Junior and the man Happy walked home with Reg. Happy wouldn't let the boys call him Mister, as he preferred to be called Ernest. Reg asked if he were a minister, because they were on their way to a church, and Ernest said no. His smile was warm and full of respect, and for an adult, the kind of respect kids appreciate. Ernest told Reg that his brother was a minister and was starting a Boy Scout troop, and for Reg to come to the church to get a uniform, and there would be a drum and bugle corps, and marching and getting to know others. Reg's dad had died 3 years ago, and he was ecstatic to be involved in something new and different. So Reg decided to ask about what he really had come to play ball for. He said, our teammate Skitty had warts on his hands, and now they're gone, and I really want to know how that happened. So he asked Ernest what magic words he had said, and could he make Reg's warts go away. Ernest stopped and took Reg's hand and said, there's no magic about it. Do you want this wart to be healed? He asked. Reg nodded. His stepfather had said that warts were unsightly. And Reg said, I wish I could get rid of it. Ernest said, wishing won't do it. Laying a finger on the wart, he said, you don't see it now, do you? Reg said, no, but Ernest said, no buts. You do believe I can remove the wart, don't you? Yes. And Happy said, you didn't see any on Skinny, right? Yes, said Reg. Happy said, you don't see the wart right now, because his finger was over the wart. And Reg said, no. And Ernest, Happy, said, you have to practice not seeing it. Think of it each day as being gone. A few days later, there was a big parade in Venice where Reg lived. Ernest Holmes was the MC, beaming cherubic over everyone and intoning over the microphone, welcome to Venice, the city of mirth by the Western Sea. Reg started waving at Ernest with his right hand. Look, no wart. This began a lifelong friendship between Ernest Holmes and Ernest's family and his friends and Reginald Armour. Reg was at the beginning of what Ernest Holmes told us. We heal thoughts, not people. The spiritual person is never sick. Spiritual healing consists of changing psychological thought patterns. And it is here we can tell stories, we can make each other laugh, we can laugh ourselves, as Vicki had said earlier. Finding jokes that just bring us belly laughter. It is here that we can look directly at the causes of our stress, can make changes in our thinking and the way we live our lives. This is what reveals wholeness, real wholeness. How often have you gotten stuck and what looks like illness? I know during the height of the pandemic, when I would go grocery shopping and when I was around a lot of people, I would come home and feel tired and maybe feel as though I had a stuffy nose and a little cough. I found that I would really have to look at my beliefs around being in the company of others who didn't have my beliefs. And I reminded myself that I have no reason to be sick. And I definitely do not have that belief system. Yes, I may be tired from running around 3 grocery stores and Costco, but I have not caught anything. And just so you know, the outreach committee has enlisted 25 visitors to make calls on people who are not afflicted with any church. You may think that that was actually an announcement. No, it was a joke. But anyway, I press on. If you find yourself not being able to affirm your wholeness and continue to overwork and worry yourself, you may want to engage in the services of a practitioner. We have many wonderful practitioners in this community. A trained beloved who will pray with you and deeply support you as you change the aspects of your life, the real aspects that support in healing. The art of medicine consists of amusing the patient while nature cures the disease, said Voltaire. We must laugh until we are elevated to a higher place in ourselves. We need to embody the joy, the laughter solution. We know the change your thinking, change your life method. We know that by seeking change on an energetic level, we can release patterns that are not serving us. How can we embody our shifts in thought and behavior and even more deeply? By embracing joy. Just scatter joy in front of you. Just scatter those little rhinestones of joy and let them sparkle in your life. And allow others see the sparkle that is in your life also. Choose to laugh daily, really belly laugh. Laugh until the tears stream down your face. This kind of laughter literally changes the mind and body. Just to put science behind all of this laughter, from the Neuro Leadership Institute, we hear that laughing swaps the cortisol in our bloodstream with highly sought after chemicals in the brain, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. Dopamine in particular enhances learning, motivation, and attention. And we need those chemicals that are naturally occurring in our bodies to move us into different places in our lives. In other words, it helps us embody the changes in thinking and behavior we seek. And we seek to make those behaviors and those thinkings and those beliefs permanent. Whether it's laugh yoga, stand-up comedy, a classic funny movie, or a chat with the funniest friend, laughter really is the best medicine. I periodically have little issues with people. We all have issues with people. But this person in particular, I really actually started, I've been reading about clowns. And the other day, it came to me, oh, maybe if I dress this person as a clown, red curly hair, and big, huge smile, and flappy feet, that I could see him in a different way. See that the hold that I keep thinking that he has over me isn't there. And I can laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And that just incredibly changes my thinking in the moments that I go back to, maybe I'm not good enough to do all of this. Nah, see that little clown and go, yeah, that's not happening in this world. I'm moving forward. That is the best place that I can go, is to laugh. Not at someone, but with someone. I still see the love that I feel for this person, yet sometimes laughing is the best answer to all of those questions. So a little girl was running across the church parking lot to get to her Sunday school class on time. She tripped and fell, skinning her knee. As she got up, she said, "I know I'm late, but you don't have to push me." I think she was talking to God, not necessarily as we would maybe talk to God, but she really had to move forward in her life, and she did it even after falling and picking herself up again. The laughter of a child is as important to the universe as the creation of a planet, said Ernest Holmes. I know that in this moment and in this time, that you can go forward into this week, explore the profoundly supportive aspects of joy and laughter in your life. Even though weird, strange, stressful things are happening, there is always that joy that is filled in your life, and that the peace and the love that we cherish will find you in that laughter. I encourage you to find something that gets you belly laughing every day, just for a week, and see how it changes. See how it changes you. See how it changes how you see that person that isn't really feeling like a friend right now. Put a little red curly hair and big, huge, overdone smile, flappy shoes, big, blousy clothes. See how it changes your thoughts and your feelings. When you're experiencing the uplift of laughter, I invite you to take a look at the more stress-inducing aspects of your life and see if there is one habit, thought, or belief that you can shift to support your own health of mind, body, and heart. As Ernest Holmes said, "Today I am filled with joy. My soul is lifted up in song to the giver of all life and to the joy of living. Joy is my companion. Happiness is my comrade. There is a song in my heart singing unto the creator of all things, and there is an invisible chorus responding to everything in nature and every person I meet." And take this affirmation into your lives, into your heart, and know joy now sings through me in radiant ecstasy. It has been a pleasure to share joy and laughter with you today. And maybe my jokes kind of fell flat, but it's early. Well, it's early for me anyway, because we had to cut the top off of that blanket and sew it onto the bottom to see if we could make the day longer. But as is our usual happening, we'll go to prayer. I would like to read for you and end with some treatment A Prayer for World Peace by Ernest Holmes. I know there is one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of man, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness will be experienced by all. I know there shall be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and of scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because the divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. In bringing about world peace, I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within every person, the pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person, in leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form, to the end that all nations and all people shall live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And I know that oneness with Spirit, that oneness with God, that is in, as, and through each of us, that knows the joy, laughter, healing, and power of that laughter, is the God within. And as all of us, in each and every moment, bring that joy and laughter into our hearts, I bring it into my heart, as I know that each and every one of you bring that laughter, that joy, that peace into your heart, into your life. And as each grows in the love and joy of all, I know the great gratitude of the experience that is held in our lives. Just such great gratitude for each and every moment. Each moment that begins with laughter. Each day that ends with laughter. And I release this word into the loving law, knowing that the universe is for us in all moments, in all times. And if you'll join with me, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for this lovely time and this lovely moment in time. And I know that there's more for Vicky to do. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kim. I love the spontaneity of spirit, you know, the moments that are funny, just because of the way that they unfold. You hold an intention and spirit takes care of the rest. So that was a beautiful thing, and thank you so much. And now we are going to do our prosperity affirmation. I think all of us are probably feeling pretty prosperous in this moment. If you check your chat, you'll see the places where you can share your tithes and offerings, and we appreciate everyone so much for whatever you're able to bring, whether it be a time, a talent, or a treasure, or some of each. We just thank you for being here, because you are Louisville Center for Spiritual Living, and you are the light that we're shining out to the larger community. So as is our way, you see the prosperity affirmation there, and I will say it once and then we'll say it together. The peace, prosperity, and power of one life is abundantly mine now. Yes. Together, the peace, prosperity, and power of the one life is abundantly mine now. Yes. And now we have the offering basket. Just imagine everybody's offering is going around. We're going around that circle, and I'm going to hand it over to Miss Pat for the blessing.
One God, one life, one supply. Thank you for being the light from within that halos our talents, time, and treasures, and causes us to understand that the flow of all three from us is the same flow that circles back to us multiplied. We are grateful to be blessed in such ways, both individually and as a center. And blessing the gift and the giver, I offer these words to the law that only says yes, and I release them there to become evident. And so it is.
And so it is. And for this week's announcements, men's group is this Thursday. And if any of you know any men who could use an uplift, and I know for sure they do laughter, I benefit from being in the presence of one of the core men in the group, and they have a good time. I think the last time that they were together, they actually spent more like an hour and a half. And so just keep that in mind. And if you know someone that's interested, just let us know, and we'll be happy to email them the information. And our special guest next week, Reverend Rick, will be with us. Yay! Now, and notice, I was checking into this, you guys. I promise our theme for the month is play. Now, you notice the talk title there, I'll rest when I'm dead. Pat and I, we said, what? But the only thing we can think of is that you're just going to play and laugh until you've worn your body out. And so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a wonderful talk.
Absolutely.
And I want to announce just one other thing before we declare together. Reverend Jane Burnett is our friend and minister that is in High Point, North Carolina, and she is the minister of Centers for Spiritual Living Graham. And as a dedication to doing what we can do on behalf of the Ukraine, she is inviting everyone. We don't have to do any kind of computer or any kind of phone, just an intention at the same time at 12:30 this afternoon, just to stop wherever you are for 5 minutes and put your mind and heart and belief behind the simple idea of peace. And we're all going to do this together, as many people that can. Just stop where you are and drop into a place of peace and leverage that up for the Ukraine. And with that, you are magnificent.
Woo! Yes, you are. And before we go into sharing, let's do our closing song, Wherever I Go, by Kylie.
I am letting go of fear, it's no longer welcome here. And the shackles that once bound me now are gone. I am free to live each day as God's love shows me the way. Yes, the love of God is with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, wherever I go, the love of God is with me wherever I go. Yes, the sun is always shining and the river always flows, and the love of God is with me wherever I go. I am tearing down the walls that keep me from seeing all of the goodness that I know we each possess. Now my cup is spilling out, only goodness, no more doubt. Yes, the good of God is with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, wherever I go, the good of God is with me wherever I go. Yes, the sun is always shining and the river always flows, and the good of God is with me wherever I go. I am joyful all the while, and I show it with my smile that completely stretches now from ear to ear. Yes, my joy of God's complete as I share with those I need all the joy of God that's with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, wherever I go, oh, the joy of God is with me wherever I go. And the sun is always shining and the river always flows, and the joy of God is with me wherever I go. And the love of God is with me wherever I go.
And repeating, your body cannot heal without play. Your mind cannot heal without laughter. Your soul cannot heal without joy. And ending this service as we begin, for the collective, I say, thank you. Thank you for helping us move into the coming week with happiness and gratefulness and a sense of celebration and praise for what we have. We are so blessed to have this day, our yesterday, and all of our tomorrows. Blessed to have each other, to have a sense of humor, and to find laughter and joy in everyday wonder. And we're especially thankful for this philosophy that taught us God is within and we are never separated. Not now, not ever. And on those and many other gratitudes, I lift our powerful words up into a law that automatically and impartially says yes, and there I release them. And so it is.